Hi, hello students, how are you? Hope safe at home and learning the things that teachers are sharing. Okay, today as you can see the chapter name right on your screen, that is Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. This is chapter number 7 from Geography, and today we are going to see the first part of the same. I'm taking chapter number 7 from history later on. So let's now concentrate on the topic human environment, settlement, transport and communication. So we are going to cover so many aspects in two particular videos. And first of all, the introduction. What do you mean by the settlement? What do you mean by the term settlements? Okay, settlements are the places where people build homes. So, wherever people are living, that is their settlement. Early human beings live on trees and on caves, we know very well. When they started to grow crops, it became necessary to have a permanent home. So, early human beings, they were nomadic people. They keep on moving from one place to another place. But when they started growing crops, they began to stay at one home. And in this way, slowly, the settlements began. The settlements grew near the river valley as water was available and land was fertile. Yes, the nomadic person or the early human beings, they used to herd the animals too, and agriculture was their main occupation. And agriculture as well as the herds or the animals or the cattle, they need water. So they started their civilization, or you can say settlements, where the water was easily available, and the river valleys or the lakes were the best place where they get 24 into 7 water or every day. With the development of trade, commerce and manufacturing, human settlements became larger. Slowly, it expanded in trade, then commerce, then manufacturing, etc. So, the human settlements became larger. Settlement flourished and civilization developed near the river valley. We have seen, isn't it? So many civilizations we studied in our previous chapters, that all the settlements, they began near the river valley. Let's now move on to the image, that is the settlement. This is a just image of that settlement. So the places where the homes are built or people started staying at one place. Now, the types of settlements. Settlements can be permanent or temporary. Just like we people, if we are staying at our own home, that is our permanent settlement, we can say. And if we are staying at a rented house, that can be said as a temporary settlement in one way. Or people, they are keep on moving, including you people as well as myself. We keep on move from one place to another because we are here in search of job. So if we get better opportunity somewhere else, and we may have to move on to other places, and at such condition we can say it is a temporary settlement. For if anybody is getting better job opportunity, they leave that particular place and they keep move to other places where they have better opportunities. Settlements which are occupied for a short time are called temporary settlements. Sometimes we can see that construction site, laborers, they are arriving at different places and they do that construction activities. It may last up to 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, depending upon the construction. And afterwards, once that construction work is over, they move on to some other area where they have or where they get the job, or you can say the work. So such type of activities or settlements are called that temporary settlements. Maybe construction of overbridge, तो ब्रिज का काम करते करते यह अंकलेश्वर का और भरूच का, जब तक उसका कामगारी चलता था, मे बी फॉर 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, people used to stay, and once that construction is over, they shift on to other places where they have the work. The people living in forests, hot and cold deserts, and mountains often dwell in such temporary settlements. Dwell मतलब रहते हैं. So especially if we are talking about the forest people living in forest, Adivasis, etc., as well as in cold and hot desert. So according to the climatic condition, they keep on moving from one place to another, and such settlements are called as temporary settlements. They practice hunting, gathering, and shifting cultivation. So we have seen all these. What is shifting cultivation? So, however, more and more settlements today are permanent settlements. In these settlements, people build homes to live in. So people are staying at one place, and such settlements are called as permanent settlements. We are also asking give your temporary address and permanent address. So permanent, that is a permanent settlement, and temporary, that is the temporary settlement. You may be here for today, but after 2-3 years may not be. You may be at somewhere else. So that is why. So one particular permanent address as well as the temporary one for the present purpose. Okay, the another category we can say that the rural and urban settlement, people living in the rural area as well as living in the urban area. The villages are rural settlement where people are engaged in activities like agriculture, fishing, forestry, craft work, and trading, etc. So that is the village settlement. Rural settlements can be compact and scattered or scattered. Compact मतलब बहुत, rural settlement एक बहुत नज़दीक नज़दीक घर होना, that is called compact settlement. And scattered मतलब एक घर इधर एक घर उधर, it may be up to maybe at distance, at somewhat distance. So in the rural area, is it possible at the city side? No, in city side it is not at all possible. That is why people are living in the flats, and that flats are also very costly. In one particular piece of land area or in piece of land, so many people are living. That is only possible with the flats, isn't it? Because land value is more, people are, means they look after their convenience, and that is why each and every inch of land is very very valuable in the cities. A compact settlement is closely built area of dwellings. So that is the definition. A compact settlement is closely built area of dwellings wherever flat land is available. Flat land is available. Flat वाला flat land नहीं है, वो flat construction flat वाला नहीं, simple सादा, कोई उसमें उतार चढ़ाव नहीं हो, flat land. In a scattered settlement, or you can say scattered settlement, dwellings are spaced over an extensive area. Maybe एक के घर और having, और I can say बहुत, जिसके पास बहुत ज़मीन है तो अपना लैंड एरिया जो करते हैं, दे हैव स्पेस रहता है. गेट के बाद भी उनको गार्डन रहता है, गार्डन के बाद तो होगा उनका कुछ, अगर शौक में रखते हैं तो क्या फार्म हाउस जैसा रहता है, और यू कैन से दैट वाड़ी वाड़ी रखते हैं. सो दैट this type of settlement is mostly found in the hilly areas and thick forest and regions of extreme climate. So they are spaced, एक घर के बीच में दूसरे घर के बीच में बहुत अंतर रहता है, तो उनका खुद का लैंड भी तो होता है. So you can see the two images here. On one side you can see compact settlement. देखो एक लैंड एरिया में कितने लोग रहते होंगे वो फ्लैट में, isn't it? And the other is also an example of compact settlement only. One is in urban area, that is flats and all, and another in the rural area. But both are the examples for compact settlement. बहुत नज़दीक नज़दीक घर है, but ये तो rural area में है, and one is in urban area. So this is the compact settlement. In rural areas, people build houses to suit their environment. जो environment का जैसे suit होना है, that is. In regions of heavy rainfall, they have slanting roof. Slanting, you can see the picture also. This is slanting roofs, so that water cannot, or water is can't store for more time. So as soon as it falls, it drains easily. Places where water accumulates in rainy season, the houses are constructed on raised platform or silts. Raised platform मतलब आप नीचे देख सकते हो फाउंडेशन कितना ऊपर है. दिस इज रेज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. तो जमीन से कितना थोड़ा ऊपर उसको कंस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं, रेज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. अदरवाइज बारिश का पानी सीधा घर के अंदर आ सकता है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड रेज्ड प्लेटफॉर्म. Thick mud-walled houses with a thatched roof are very common in the areas of hot climate. So thick wall, that is also mud, because it can absorb the heat. And local materials like stones, mud, clay are used to construct such houses, and such type of houses can only be found in the rural areas, not anywhere else. Okay, let's move. This is the thatched house. What you can say that it is made up of straws and all, as well as you can see the thick mud walls. Okay. The towns are small and cities are larger. Urban settlements in urban areas, the people are engaged in manufacturing, trading and services. Okay, what your father is doing, what my husband is doing, or what I am doing. I am doing service. Okay, my family, we are engaged in service. Maybe your family may be business people, or you have business people, or you may have service people. So that you are not doing any agricultural activities in the city area or in the cities, because you don't have that much of land over here. You may be having at your native place, but not here. So here, if you are here, then maybe the reason your family may be engaged in manufacturing. अपना खुद का कंपनी हो सकता है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करते होंगे, या फिर सर्विस करते होंगे, या फिर बिजनेस करते होंगे. ये 3 रीज़न के लिए आप हम सब यहाँ हैं. Let's now come to the important thing, the transport. So settlement हो गया. Now transport. Transport is the means by which people and goods move. That is called transport. Movement of people or goods, it's called transport. In the early days, it takes a great deal of time to travel long distances. Yes, बहुत दूर तक. So earliest, fastest means of transport नहीं थे. So and that was the reason it used to take so many days. People had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. And invention of wheel has made transport easier to stop the passage of time. Different means of transport develop, but even today people use animals for transport. Yes, in hilly areas and in some other area, people still are using the animals for transport, for carrying the goods, for carrying the loads. In our country, donkeys, mules, bullocks and camels are common. So even today we are using this for transport purpose. The early traders from other countries used to take several months to reach India. Yes, because only available route was sea route, and it was time consuming. They took either the sea route or the land route. Land route was very difficult. It's okay, and you have to cross the mountains and you have to cross the river valleys and all. So the sea route was the best possible route, but it used to take a lot of time. Nowadays, within 24 hours, you may be at one place, this place or other place. We have the fastest means of transport now. This is what for today's class. In our next class, we will deal with the different means of transport and communication too. In the meantime, keep watching, keep reading, because you have to read the textbook and you have to underline the important things. So keep watching, keep reading, and take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye, and have a nice time.